Thanks for subscribing to Barrier Truth. Here's a very quick video to walk you through how to read your subscribed editions online. So once you have logged into the website, you'll see current edition and past editions on the website. So you can log in or click on this now as a subscriber, and it will open up our special reader. A few things to note to make reading easy. First of all, these little tabs, top and bottom, have very different functions. The first one, the main thing you'll use, is this because it will access the full screen settings. So let's just click that now. So everything's happening in the full screen, much easier. There is a settings option where you can change the way the paper behaves. I find the default settings will do you well to begin with. You'll also see down the bottom, there's another arrow. Once you hover over that, you'll get a list of all the pages in the paper. And if you click on one of them, it will quickly skim to that part of the paper. Let's come back to the front page though. The other thing worth noting is that on both sides, especially once we've gone into the paper, if we click that arrow, you'll see the full spread of the newspaper, and you can go back and you can go forward and work your way through manually. Now, to make things a little bit easier to read, we're now in full screen on the desktop, but if we want to read this story in more detail, if I double click here on the first part of this sentence, I can now read in full screen mode. And you'll see that with this sort of cross bow that the cursor is appearing as now, if I click anywhere on the page, I can drag the page up and down and have a look at the paper and the story in full. Once I've finished at this zoomed in level, I can double click again and we're back to the normal way of watching the paper. They're the main things you're going to use. One little tip though is that if we come down here and we find the crossword page, one of the things you can do is print this out. So if I hover on the top menu and click the printer option, you'll see it will offer you the list of all the pages in the paper, and you can select which ones you want to print. It defaults with the ones that you are on. So if I unclick that page, leave that one clicked, and I hit print, it will print this out. It'd be easy to do the crossword the old-fashioned way with pen and paper. So that's it. Once we've finished reading our paper, again, we can just click the escape button, or we can come up here again, re-click the full screen, and it takes us back. And exactly the same thing happens if you want to go through past editions. Scroll through to a paper you want, click on it, and once the paper has loaded, start again. You can move into full screen mode and off you go from there.